Hi, how are you? Today I'm going to talk with you about my inspiration behind my painting Wonders of the Age. So without further ado, let us begin. On occasion I am fortunate enough to have the opportunity to hill walk in Connemara. It's a beautiful scenic area in the west of Ireland. The odd time I've persevered in hauling myself to the top of one of those mountains, I have been privileged to breathe in its spectacular views, and I imagine myself like Friedrich's The Wanderer Above the Mist, and it gets me thinking about my little place in this grand scheme of things, in particular in relation to the lost generations of people who would have stood on that very spot, and I wonder what their worldview was, how their understanding would have shifted and changed as we travel backwards through thousands of years, from our own time of scientific enlightenment to those not so distant days of gods, goddesses, myths and legends. A popular subject for painters of the 18th and 19th century was classical mythology, with the Roman poet Ovid a frequent inspiration. His written narrative poem Metamorphoses, which comprises over 250 myths, tells the story of the world up to his time. One such example is Echo and Narcissus. It illustrates the tale in which Narcissus, a very beautiful young man, rejected all the nymphs and women who fell in love with him, showing them only disdain and contempt. One of those nymphs was Echo, who was so upset by her rejection that she withdrew from life and wasted away until all that was left was a whisper. Her heartbroken prayers were heard by a goddess who caused Narcissus to fall in love with his own reflection, which he continued to look at until he died. One of my initial motivations for my own version of this painting was to reinterpret this myth through the lens of modern society, where a heightened emphasis on physical appearance and narcissistic preening is encouraged and even rewarded through feedback on social media and advertising. By playing with these power dynamics, I'm trying to figure out what I think myself. In the myth of Prometheus, we find a Greek god who defied the other gods by stealing fire and giving it to humanity. As a punishment, the immortal Prometheus was bound to a rock, where each day an eagle, the emblem of Zeus, was sent to eat Prometheus's liver, which would then grow back overnight, only to be eaten again the next day. Ouch. For my own version of this painting, Prometheus's Gift, I chose to focus on Prometheus as a champion of humankind, delivering civilization to my mountaineers/discoverers in the form of scientific understanding. In this case, the equations inscribed on the rock face. But the circling eagle overhead reminds you that no good deed goes unpunished. Which brings me to the Wonders of the Age, where instead of directly referencing a myth, I've adopted elements such as the winged horse, a stand-in for the seemingly magical unknown. They are wild, powerful, untamed as they battle atop of Mullinary Mountain. A couple of smartly dressed casual passers-by have stopped. He observes the spectacle through his phone as he records. She is not in the slightest bit interested. Why? This is up to you to decide. For me, the wonders of the age is how the miraculous became mundane, how science has created a little magic box that can capture movement and sound, that can allow you to talk to another human on the far side of the world, and even give you instant access to more knowledge than the whole of the Greek or Roman Empire ever knew. This is the joy of art. It is that it is open to interpretation, so I leave the rest up to you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and remember, the world is what you make it.